Welcome to Once and Future Authors, changing lives one book at a time. I'm Stephanie Larkin, an author, independent publisher, and book coach. And each week we will be discussing processes and strategies to get your book finished and published, and meet authors and publishing experts to tap into their experiences and expertise. There's one book out there that can change your life, and that is the book you write. So welcome aboard. This podcast is produced by Red Penguin Books, an independent publishing company working with authors of all genres. Whether you have a manuscript all ready to go, a book still stuck in your head, or perhaps even hundreds of handwritten sheets of loose leaf shoved in a drawer, visit redpenguinbooks.com and unleash your inner author. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Once and Future Authors podcast, changing lives one book at a time. I'm Stephanie, and I'm so excited today to be joined by author Godwin Cornelius Udagbor, coming into our podcast today straight from Nigeria. Godwin is the author of Cry of the Forest, which is a story of hatred and disunity caused by a husband to 2 or 3 wives who loved 2 but hated 1 and her 3 children. Wow, this is going to be quite the thing. But it's a story to get us into what's going on in Nigeria. Cry in the Forest is a beautiful story that will get you to understand a little more about a part of the world that we really don't know much about. Let's take a quick look at the book trailer here. So we welcome today author Godwin Cornelius Udagbor, straight from Nigeria. So Godwin, tell us a little bit about the book. Did you face any challenges when you first started writing? And how do you feel about the reach of this book, Cry of the Forest?
In writing, yeah, it has been an opening salvo. 7 years of literature now. At first, it was rough. But I'm very happy with the publicity I am receiving now. Recently, my book was translated in Hindi in India. And now, it is in the lovable hands of the reputable Red Penguins Books in the US.
So tell me, what does the future hold for you? What's your next writing project?
The future has for me a collection of laurels, the gold and diamonds of literature, and probably to be listed among the top 100 writers in the world. As for my next writing project, I am writing my first novel, a full-length novel entitled The Lawless Gods. It is ongoing and it's going to be completed soon. Thank you.
What impact would you like your book to have on readers and the world? And what other books have you written that you share your writing experience?
Instantly, my book is going to bring about a reinvention into the minds of my readers, especially for my brothers from the northern part of Nigeria. It is going to broaden their horizon and further teach them the fact that there is no dignity in having many wives. With a truckload of children who have no shelter, where some are loved, some are hated. And this can pull down an entire system if not managed well. In this 21st century, where civilization has clashed with traditionalism, the idea about polygamy should be disregarded. In an era of socio-economic and technological advancements, the world is singing about population control. So, I think my international readers would now be aware that if polygamy is abolished, then there will be a drastic reduction in world population and what population can be managed. About my other books, I have written Bernard's Dream Comes True, My Kaleidoscope, The Legacy of a Good Father, and The Accidental Biochemist.
Why did you write Cry of the Forest?
I wrote Cry of the Forest from a standpoint of views of the many acrimonies and struggles that's associated with polygamy. The narrative scarcity of the subject gave me a concern, and that stung me into action to write this book. Thank you.
Have you personally been affected by polygamy?
Not really, but as a witness. Polygamy is a major issue of discourse in Udagbor and Africa. The matrimonial politics, the injustice, and the hatred looming from this quarter can pull down an entire system. And all of these are from this front. So there is the issue of truancy, social unrest, like we have seen in some parts of the world. Thank you.
Tell me a bit about growing up in Nigeria. When did you first become interested in writing?
Before I proceed, my name is Godwin Cornelius Udagbor. I was born into the family of late Inspector Cornelius Udagbor and Mrs. Alice Cornelius Udagbor from Ochagbor village in Africa 2, Cross River State, Nigeria. I live all through in Nigeria. I can categorically tell you that growing up here is not a roller coaster ride, owing to the following reasons. The issue of unemployment, unavailability of certain basic social amenities, and the harsh government policies that retards the growth of our young minds. In an unfriendly environment like Nigeria, where the ability to succeed in what you know how to do best is usually a challenge. What I needed to do was to hold on to my dreams and belief and never to be compromised. First, I caught the flair to write as a junior student back then in government secondary school, Afikpo, Ebonyi State, Nigeria. Thank you.
Well, this has been such a pleasure. I am so delighted that you were able to join us. And for all of our viewers to remember our book, Cry of the Forest by Godwin Cornelius Udagbor, a terrific story and a terrific peek into another civilization, something that probably most of us know very, very little about. Thanks for joining us on the Once and Future Authors podcast. I'm Stephanie Larkin. Keep on reading and keep on writing. Thanks. Thanks so much for joining us for Once and Future Authors. If you've enjoyed the show, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Reviews help other interested listeners to find the show, so your review could launch new books every day. Thanks again for joining us, and happy writing.